In the last episode, it was mentioned that a mass pneumonia outbreak with unknown origin took place after the conclusion of World Military Games in Wuhan, China. In January 2020, China claimed that the outbreak was caused by a novel virus in the report to WHO and disclosed the gene sequence of this virus. Shortly after, the US publicly declared that the virus was Chinese virus.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China. That can't happen. It's not going to happen. Not as long as I'm president. It comes from China.
Is COVID-19 truly originated from Wuhan? The truth is being unveiled with a series of evidence. The South China Morning Post of Hong Kong reported that the first suspected COVID-19 case in Wuhan could be traced back to November 17, 2019, based on restricted documents disclosed by the Wuhan government. It could be inferred that COVID-19 was already spreading in Wuhan during the period from October 18th to 27th, 2019, in which the World Military Games was held. The International Medical Journal Infection, Genetics and Evolution published a genetic research that analyzed the COVID-19 pandemic scientifically and concluded that the pandemic occurred between October 6 and December 11, 2019. On February 21, 2020, TV Asahi of Japan reported that some of the 14,000 deaths in the 2019 US flu epidemic could potentially be caused by COVID-19. On March 11, 2020, during a public hearing about the COVID-19 outbreak held by the US House of Representatives, Robert Redfield, the director of the US CDC, admitted that some of the deaths in the flu epidemic were actually resulted from COVID-19.
So we could have people in the United States dying for what appears to be influenza when in fact it could be the coronavirus or COVID-19.
Some cases have been actually diagnosed that way in the United States today.
In April 2020, the government of Guatemala stated that almost 20% of the confirmed COVID-19 cases in Guatemala were related to deportees from the US, and this statement was verified by the US CDC. On April 28th, JNN reported that, based on the investigation done by Japan's National Institute of Infectious Diseases and the analysis of mutated COVID-19 virus strains, it was highly likely that the COVID-19 virus spreading in Japan originated from Europe and the US. On April 30th, the National Post of Canada reported that the early COVID-19 cases in Canada came from the US. Canada officially banned international traveling and the entry of foreigners to Canada as early as on March 18, 2020. But the border of Canada and the US remained open as an exception. On the same day, Michael Melham, the mayor of Belleville, New Jersey, claimed that he contracted COVID-19 in November 2019. Melham deemed that many previous severe flu cases were likely COVID-19 cases, and he personally knew several people who were sick with severe symptoms around November and December in 2019. On June 18th, a research report from Italy's National Institute of Health showed that COVID-19 virus was detected in the wastewater samples from Milan and Turin on December 18, 2019. These two cities are exactly in the middle of the most impacted area by COVID-19 in Italy. In combination of athletes' illness right after the World Military Games in Wuhan and the reports from media in various countries, it is not difficult to deduce that before the outbreak took place in Wuhan in January 2020, the COVID-19 virus had already been spreading around the globe, and all the evidence showed that the US was the origin of the virus. What had the US government done after the COVID-19 outbreak in Wuhan?